Yo, welcome. Guess who's back, man? I'm here to do my review on the fight between Chrisean Rock and Low London from this new show called Baddies West. And I'm here to give my commentary on it, man. And everybody knows who Chrisean is. She's in a relationship with Blueface. Now, people call Blueface and Krishan's relationship toxic. And though it very well might be, I believe it's more so real than anything. I think they're both dynamic and phenomenal individuals, man, to where I became, you know, I really became to like and love that couple and like seeing the fact that they stick together through all their drama, because a lot of people's relationships have drama within it, but they just know how to hide it and camouflage it. But there's nothing wrong with either or, but they're more open. And yeah, you'll like them. But it's kind of like God put them together because they kind of complement each other. But in the case of this video, where Chrisean and Low London had a fight, I'm gonna do a video on that one too. It's kind of like I'm working backwards because I should have been doing it. But in the first one, they had gotten to a fight because Low London really didn't know this little girl. She really didn't know her, and she didn't know that if you talking any kind of trash or any kind of energy that this little girl don't like, she's gonna pop off, man. Immediately. No holds barred, no nothing. She's not instantly, she's going to pop off. And that's exactly what she did. Because I recognize that Low London, she's cool. She's not really a problem. She was just showing her irritation, and showing your irritation and directing it at Chrisean was the wrong person to do that, because she's triggered by that. And the only thing she knows, not to talk about it, but to act upon it. You know what I mean? That's all she knows. She's going to swing. It's going to go down. If you direct it any kind, it could be over anything. But I don't believe that Low London really knew that. But I also believe that Low London is built for the action. You know what I'm saying? She's with it. You know what I mean? She was not no stranger to a fight, and I would deem her as a civilized warrior. But Chrisean is more so of a savage. But this is my first time doing this in a long time, so I probably talk too much. Let me go on into the video.
I'm actually a cool bitch. Like, no one no beef. But I don't tolerate, like, that disrespectful shit. Because I won't raise my voice or pop my neck. Oh, yeah, I do feel like, why are you so entitled of your opinion to make me uncomfortable? Like, I don't know you.
But it wasn't necessarily towards you. It was like group. Everybody was kind of like just off that day.
Let me pause it. Look at her face. Look at her face. Now, Chrisean just basically said, "Listen, I'm really a cool bitch. I don't want no beef, but I just felt like, you was coming at me. Why you feel entitled about, making me feel uncomfortable? I don't even know you." And when she said, "I don't even know you," that's how I knew that Low London really didn't know her. This girl has a track record that's unbelievable for popping off. And I said what I'm going to say in the other video is that she didn't know her. She was just because she wouldn't have been that comfortable just expressing herself like that around Chrisean. Even though I like Low London, she is a real girl, you know what I mean? She was just really irritated by the whole day, and she didn't know her. She didn't know not to say, she wasn't careful with her words, because that girl is snap trigger. She's gonna snap immediately. She's not gonna wait. If she feel like you run in your mouth, she's gonna run in your mouth. But look at her. Look how she dressed though. I said this when I was just talking about the video, that girl, she's a civilized warrior. That means she ain't scared. She gonna get busy with you. Look how she's dressed. She got her hoodie. She protecting her hair. She got boots on. She was with anything that was gonna happen, because she got speed knots the other day from Chrisean, not knowing that this girl is a savage. But look at her now, and she's more welcoming now. Let me go back.
I'm actually a cool bitch. Like, I don't want no beef, but I don't tolerate, like, that disrespectful shit, because I wouldn't raise my voice or pop my neck. Oh, yeah, I do feel like, why are you so entitled of your opinion to make me uncomfortable? Like, I don't know you.
But it wasn't necessarily.
She said, I don't know you. You know what I mean? I don't know you. I don't want to keep stopping it. But she was like, I don't know you. And that's how I knew. I said, but guess what? Everybody else there knows Chrisean. They know not to say certain things. They all knew her. Wait till I do the other. I'm going to do the other one. But they all knew her. They all knew that, wait a minute. When that Low London began to complain about what was going on and all of that, everybody in the room was like, girl, do you know who you talking to? Because she had no idea who she was talking to. And they was just like, oh my God, you better be careful what you say to this girl. But anyway, I'm sorry, let me go back.
I'm actually a cool bitch. Like, I don't want no beef.
Look,
I don't tolerate, like, that disrespectful shit, because I wouldn't raise my voice or pop my neck. Oh, yeah, I do feel like, why are you so entitled of your opinion to make me uncomfortable? Like, I don't know you.
But it wasn't necessarily towards you. It was like group. Everybody was kind of like just off that day.
Do you have a problem with me?
I don't have no problem with you.
she said, do you have a problem with me? She said, I don't got no problem with you. Let me tell you something, man. The energy changed for that girl, because you could see, you see what she got on. She's battle ready. She was dressed in a nice little dress the other day when they actually fought. Her titties came out when they was fighting, and her bodyguards was grabbing on her titties. She was all exposed. But guess what? She's not like that today. She has her hood on so her hair don't get pulled. She got them boots on in case she got to stomp Chrisean out. She was ready. She wasn't prepared for none of that the other day. But let me tell you, that's how you know she ain't no punk. You know, that Low London ain't no punk. But I already perceived that she was a cool girl. And when Chrisean asked her, you know, why you feel entitled? She said, I was just irritated for the day. You know what I mean? About everything. It wasn't necessarily pointed at you, even though she was her main focus of why she was irritated. Because she's saying you were just doing what you want to do. You showed up late, so that's not completely true. But yeah. But when the girl asked her, when Chrisean asked Lo if she had a problem with her, she was like, I don't have a problem with you. She's ready. You know what I'm saying? That changed the energy. Let me go back a little bit.
Make me uncomfortable, like, I don't know you.
But it wasn't necessarily towards you. It was like group. Everybody was kind of like just off that day.
Do you have a problem with me?
I don't have no problem with you. I was just irritated about how yesterday went. I felt like, but you felt how you felt, and then I felt how I felt, so.
See, she explained it. She said, I was just irritated about the whole day and you being late, and I'm on time, I'm professional or whatever, and you being late or whatever, that irritated her. And she expressed that. And any irritant that you bring to this girl, a savage. Chrisean Rock is a savage, man. She's gonna take that as disrespect, and she's not the type to talk. She only knows to fight. That's it. She don't. That's her language. You talking shit to her, she's gonna smack the shit out of you. She's gonna box you like a man. You know she fights Blueface, so, but she didn't really know Chrisean like that. You could tell because she wouldn't even have did any of that. But one thing, she said, I don't have a problem. She was just irritated for the rest of the day, and they're willing to make peace, and I like that.
So if I get you a hug, you wouldn't be a sneak?
Hold on.
Problem with me?
I don't have no problem with you. I was just irritated about how yesterday went, I feel like. But you feel how you felt, and then I feel how I felt, so.
So if I get you a hug, you wouldn't be a sneak?
Now, Chrisean said, so if I give you a hug, it wouldn't be a sneak? Because Chrisean is known for sneaking bitches, man. She's notorious for sneaking you. She's going to sneak you, man. She's going to get whatever advantage she needs in a fight. And let me tell you something else. When Chrisean is in the fight, she's all the way in. She's all the way in it. When you look at her face, when she's fighting any broad, and she'll fight you big or small, little or small, big or tall, she gonna fight you. And when you look at her face, she's totally in it. So she said, if I give you a hug, it ain't gonna be a sneak. Asking for to be reassured, because that's all she does. All right, my bad, y'all.
Make me uncomfortable, like, I don't know you.
But it wasn't necessarily towards you. It was like group.
I like
everybody was kind of like just off that day.
Do you have a problem with me?
I don't have no problem with you. I was just irritated about how yesterday went, I feel like. But you feel how you felt, and then I feel how I felt, so.
So if I get you a hug, you wouldn't be a sneak?
She laughed.
No, for real, she dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. No.
The girls that said y'all need to hug it out, that Low London is dope if you get to know her. This is crazy. She's the same girl when Chrisean fought and put her in the sink. Listen, this girl that's talking was complaining about Chrisean not cleaning up after herself. Just regular stuff. She was sipping wine, sitting on the sink. Chrisean attacked her, went at her, and made her fall in the sink. And so she said, since I don't wash up, let me wash you. And washed her in the sink. Then they went for round 2, and she pulled her wig off, knocked her out. Like, they almost knocked her out or knocked her down. So I'm not going to lie on the girl. Knocked her down. She couldn't get with her. But sometimes when you have a fight with people, you get a better understanding of them, and y'all become friends or y'all become cool. So she's telling her, like, y'all don't know each other. Y'all need to get to know each other, because y'all might wind up becoming very, very cool. You know what I mean? And I agree with that. I looked up Laura's. I deal with signs sometimes, man. And I'm not one of those fanatics and all the way, crazy about zodiac signs and stuff. But I know that Chrisean is a Pisces. I'm really my ex-wife was a Pisces, and my other ex is a Scorpio, and Low London is a Scorpio, and they're highly compatible via friendships or being in opposite sex relationships. You know what I mean? They're highly, highly compatible, and I know that. But due to the fact that she didn't know her, Low London did not know Chrisean, and Chrisean didn't know her, Low London. And Low London is older than Chrisean. She's going to look at her like a little sister, man, from now on. And let me tell you something. They're both fighters, both of them. One is just more civilized, and the other one is a complete nut, a complete savage. And that's that Chrisean. Low London is more civilized and more cosmopolitan, but she's still a warrior. She's still getting that mud with you. But that Chrisean, she's just too animalistic. She's a Wolverine. She's not playing. That's how she is. But that girl that says y'all need to hug it out, they squashed their beef. And that was horrible for that girl, what Chrisean did to that girl and washed her in the sink and all of that. But she was just simply complaining about the fact that Chrisean didn't clean up. And that was an irritant to Chrisean. And she didn't want to talk. She snatched her up and threw her in the sink. But this is a very dope thing that they're doing. They're making peace, and I love it.
Bro, me? I don't have no problem with you.
I love this.
I was just irritated about how yesterday went, I feel like. But you feel how you felt, and then I feel how I felt, so.
So if I get you a hug, it wouldn't be a sneak?
No, for real, she dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. That one right there is a fucking vibe.
First of all, that girl right there, let me go back. Let me say that again.
Hug, it wouldn't be a sneak?
No, for real, she dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. That one right there.
Look at this girl. She's drop dead gorgeous, man. She is. She's drop dead gorgeous, but she gives you a vibe that she's really cool. Like she's a cool girl in her calm and cool state and not being irritated, because many of them can be bitches. All of them can be bitches when they're irritated, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell that, look at her. She seems like she's cool. Just from me observing her, I think she would be a pretty cool. I know Scorpios, man. I know them, and most of the majority of them that I've came across, they're very cool. But let me just move that out of the way, the Scorpion thing out of the way. You can look at her and tell that she is probably really a dope girl. She's cool. You know what I'm saying? She really is the type that I don't want any problems either, Chrisean, but I'm just like you. I'm going to handle business if I have to. You can tell she's with it. Look how she's dressed. She got combat boots on. That means she was ready. If Chrisean would have got out of pocket this time, it might be a different story. Definitely it was going to be a different story, because you ain't going to pull her hair because her hair is tied up. And you got to worry about them combat boots she got on. She was ready. But that's really her real true nature is cool. And look at her. You could tell by her face. She's probably a really nice girl. And they're going to like it. Put it like this. They're going to like each other.
Hug, it wouldn't be a sneak?
No, for real, she dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. That one right there is a fucking vibe.
Hug it out.
See?
Hug it out.
Please hug it out.
Look at this.
Suelta eso, ya. Coño.
Let me tell you something, man. When they hugged it out, let me go to the hug.
Hug, it wouldn't be a sneak?
No, for real, she dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. That one right there is a fucking vibe.
Look at that.
Hug it out.
Look at that. You see, when she said y'all need to hug it out, her back came up off that wall. She was ready to hug it out, because look, the bond was formed when she said, if we hug it out, is it going to be a sneak? That made her like Chrisean even more. Low London really liked Chrisean even more when she said that. Let me hear her say that again. She asked her, do she have a problem with her? That started the bond. But what made the bond complete is when, what made not complete, but when it really got closer, the bond got formed a little bit more, is when she asked her, if we hug it out, is it going to be a sneak? And the girl back came up off the wall after the girl was like, after they was getting ready to hug. But one more thing before I play it, let me say something about these women. I know it's a modern language. You're gonna fuck with her and all, her homegirl and all that. I know that's the modern language for women, but it's too much masculinity in the tone of these women nowadays, man. I know it's Baddies West, and I'm not knocking it completely, but it's just too much masculine tone in the mouth of women today. Like, there's too much bros, there's too much bras, there's too much of that. There's not enough femininity, but Jesus, all that. Yo, she gonna fuck with you. That sound like a nigga to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not completely against it. I understand it. It's a part of social engineering. But hey, but I must tell you this though. That bomb was beginning to form. It started when she asked her, "Do you have a problem with me?" And when she said she didn't have a problem with him, the air was clear enough to make reconciliation. So now, she then said, "If we hug it out, is it going to be a sneak?" So that's the security. She wanted to be reassurance that what you said is true. I know I was wrong for just popping off on you or whatever. And when that girl said, she validated her and said she was a really dope chick. And when they was about to, that girl was willing, and Low London was really literally ready. Her back came up off the wall. That let me know she was cool. She was ready for reconciliation. She was ready to bond with this girl. And let me tell you, when they bond, watch out.
Make me uncomfortable, like.
Watch this.
But it wasn't necessarily towards you. It was like group. Everybody was kind of like just off that day.
Do you have a problem with me?
I don't have no problem with you. I was just irritated about how yesterday went, I feel like. But you feel how you felt, and then I feel how I felt, so.
So if I get you a hug, it wouldn't be a sneak?
She laughed.
No, for real, she dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. That one right there is a fucking
back came off. Saw that?
Hug it out.
Hug it out.
Please hug it out.
Look. Everybody encouraged them to hug that out. That girl came first. That started the bond. But when they hug, that was the beginning of the bond that was just formed. Let me tell you something. Because they did that, hold on. Because they did that, they hugged, watch out. Because that girl, Low London, is going to love that little girl. She's going to look at Chrisean from now on like a little sister that she needs to protect. And she's going to love her. And guess what? Chrisean they're going to fall in love with each other like a friendship. Good night. And if anybody touches Chrisean, that girl will damn near kill. She will kill for Chrisean. And Chrisean will kill for her. I'm telling you what I know. If that bond gets really solidified and they really clear the air, stuff like that, they'll kill up everybody in that room. Both of them over each other. Telling you what I know.
And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out.
She heard what she said. When you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. She's right about that. I believe that. I mean, she said really gonna mess with, like, for real. I'm telling you, if they form the bond like I suspect they're gonna do, watch out. Cause nobody will ever be able to touch Chrisean again. Cause that girl gonna put that same outfit on and come looking for you over that little girl that she just got in a fight with the other day. She respects her now. She respects Chrisean. She didn't know her. Everybody else knew how crazy that girl was, but she didn't. But now that she knows her, oh, good night. And Chrisean knows Low London for who she really is based on compatibility alone. But the fact that they actually had a fight and they gonna form a bond that will be unbreakable. It will be unbreakable. I'm telling you what I know. They're gonna be unbreakable. And if you mess with either one of them, especially if anybody mess with Chrisean and that girl is around, she'll kill you over it. She'll kill you over her. I'm telling you what I know. Look at her. Look, Look at her. She's willing and ready. Her back came off that wall because she was up against the wall. Like, I'm up against the wall with this girl. She just flipped on me the other day. But now they know each other. Look at this. She's willing. And when they form that bond, man, watch out. I'm telling you. Sorry for going back so far on me. All right.
Roll with me.
I don't have no problem with you. I was just irritated about how yesterday went, I feel like. But you feel how you felt, and then I feel how I felt, so.
She was ready.
So if I get you a hug, it wouldn't be a sneak.
That's it. She laughed.
She dope as shit. And when you get to know her, you really gonna fuck with her. So y'all do need to hug it out. That one right there is a fucking vibe.
Look at that.
Hug it out.
Hug it out.
Please hug it
Dale,
out.
suelta eso, ya. Coño. Alright.
That's it. It's over. That's it. It's over. If you mess with either one of them, it's a wrap. And you know what killed me is the Biggie girl, the Dominican chick. She always finishing her sentence with something in Spanish. You know what I mean? I don't like it particularly, but I ain't too much against it. Tarate and all that, paparate and get out of here, knock it off. You know what I mean? All that Spanish at the end. Don't nobody know what you're saying, but it's cool. But it ain't all that cool to me. But you see that? You see that? You see that? She hugged her. And look how she hugged. Look how Low London hugged her and how Chrisean hugged her. Low London is underneath her. Good night. I know what I'm talking about. Low London hugs her underneath. Like a baby. Like my baby sister's here. I don't know if Low London ever had a baby sister, but she damn sure got one now. And she hugged her above, like you're above me because you're older than me, so you're my bigger sister. That's why Chrisean hugged her up top. Low London hugged her below because she's the big sister, she's the little sister, and they really have formed a bond. I'm telling you, watch out. If you do anything to her little sister, she's going to turn into a civilized savage on you. She's going to turn into a civilized savage on you. Shout out to Blueface. Shout out to Chrisean. Shout out to Low London. Everybody on the cast, the Baddies West. I'm Guess Who the rapper. And peace. I'm out.